Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive? This week, well, it's kind of hard to sum up, honestly. The AI world just went supernova. Seriously, it's like every day there's some crazy new advancement. Even for me, and I'm pretty deep in this stuff, it's a lot to keep up with. So we're going to try to make sense of it all, right? Give you the highlights and what it all actually means. Like, for example, we had AI that can basically run your computer, use your tools like a digital assistant. Pretty wild.
Yeah, that one, Anthropic Cloud, that was a big one for sure.
Right. And then there's this 11 Labs thing. You can just type in a description and it generates a custom voice. And any voice you can imagine.
Yeah, voice design, they're calling it. Really impressive stuff.
And of course, Apple, never one to be left out. Got some new AI-powered stuff for iPhones.
Emojis, image recognition, the Apple Intelligence features.
Yep, all that. Oh, and did you see the humanoid robot? Just the torso, but still. Simulated muscles, the whole deal. Kind of creepy, but I gotta admit, it's pretty cool tech.
Definitely pushing the boundaries there. A lot of folks are going to have opinions on that one.
For sure. But hey, that's what we're here for, right? To cut through the hype and see what's really going on.
Exactly. Focus on the real world impact, the stuff that matters.
All right, so let's get into it. Where do we even begin with all this?
Well, why don't we start with image generation? That seems to be where a lot of the buzz is this week.
Okay, yeah, image generation. Huge explosion there. So Stable Diffusion 3.5, that just dropped. Big deal because it's open source. Anyone can use it, modify it, even run it on a decent home computer.
Wow, that's a big change.
Right. And they've got two models, a large one for high quality and a turbo one for speed.
Pretty cool, huh?
Really is. Open source like that, that's going to shake things up. Think about it. Small businesses, filmmakers, they can all access this now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Levels the playing field, right?
Exactly. And who knows what kind of creative stuff people will come up with. It's exciting. Absolutely. And then, oh man, you got to see what Ideogram's doing. They just launched these new features. Canvas, Magic Fill, and Extend. It's mind-blowing. Like, you can create an image, say, a wolf howling at the moon, and then boom, just add a UFO in the background with Magic Fill, just like that.
I saw that demo. It's pretty seamless.
Right. It's crazy.
Makes you wonder, where does this all go? What happens to graphic design, photography with tools like this?
Yeah, good question. It's like, is everyone an artist now?
Maybe. Or maybe it's more like AI becomes the artist's new best friend.
I like that. And speaking of pushing boundaries, Mid-Journey, they're letting you upload your own images now and edit them with their AI. Like, take a photo, add a baseball cap to someone, then throw in a fire-breathing dragon in the background.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that one yet.
It's nuts.
So then what's the line between, the creator and the tool? It's getting blurrier all the time.
Totally. It's a whole new world of, I guess you could say, collaborative art making. Okay, one more thing on images before we move on. We got to mention OpenAI's research on consistency models. So these are a new way to generate images, way faster than the diffusion models everyone's been using. We're talking milliseconds instead of seconds.
That's huge.
Right. And the images look amazing, super realistic. The research isn't public yet, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on that one.
Yeah. Gotta wonder what they'll do with it. Maybe integrate it into DALL-E 3?
Oh man, that'd be wild.
Instant photorealistic images, just like that. The possibilities. It's kind of mind-boggling.
It really is. Okay, ready to move on to video, because that's a whole other explosion happening.
Hit me with it.
All right, so Runway, they just unveiled something called Act 1. And this is where it gets really sci-fi. They can sync facial expressions, emotions, even spoken words with an animated character. It looks so real.
Okay, now that's impressive. So we're not just talking static images anymore. It's full-on animated video.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And they make it sound so easy, like anyone can do it.
I'd have to see that to believe it.
Well, the demos are pretty convincing. Think about it. Virtual actors, personalized avatars, video games, all that.
Yeah, you start going down that road, and it's a lot to unpack, ethically speaking.
For sure. Okay, now for the techies out there, there's Mochi One, an open source video generator. You need a beefy computer to run it, but the results are incredible. And because it's open source, who knows what people will do with it?
Yeah, open source is always a wild card. You get the good, the bad, and the unexpected.
Haha, yeah, that's one way to put it. But it's where a lot of the innovation happens, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's that freedom to experiment, to push the limit.
Totally. So with Mochi One, they've already made some really cool videos, like a wolf merging and walking towards the camera, a monkey on roller skates. It's wild.
I gotta see these. Are they posting them online?
Yep, all over the place. And get this, it only costs like 40 cents to generate a video on fall.ai.
Wow, that's cheaper than I would have thought.
Right. Video generation is getting more and more affordable.
That's going to be huge. Suddenly, anyone can make high-quality video content. It's like the early days of desktop publishing.
Totally. Democratizing content creation. That's the theme here.
Right.
Oh, and one more to mention. Hyper 2.0, another video generation tool.
Mm-hmm.
Dance videos, cartoons, all sorts of stuff.
I'm writing this one down. You got to check it out.
Yeah, do it. And they give you 300 free credits to try it out.
Nice. See, this is what I love about this space. Everyone's trying to outdo each other, which means we, the users, benefit.
Exactly. It's a great time to be an AI enthusiast, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. So where do we go from here? What else is on the agenda for this deep dive?
Well, how about we take a look at what's happening in the world of AI audio? Because there are some big things happening there, too.
Oh, yeah. Like what? I'm all ears.
Well, for starters, 11 Labs, they're at it again, this time with a feature called Voice Design. And it's basically voice cloning on demand.
Wait, what? Hold on. Tell me more about this.
You literally type in a description like a large Yeti with a deep rumbling voice, and their AI generates a custom voice to match.
Okay, that's just... wow, that's some next level stuff right there.
It is, right? The possibilities are, well, pretty much endless.
No kidding. I mean, think about audiobooks, video games, even just personalized virtual assistants.
Oh, yeah. Imagine having, like, Morgan Freeman narrating your day.
Haha, that would be something else. But seriously, it's a huge leap forward in AI audio. And, gotta think about the potential for accessibility, too.
Right. Giving a voice to those who have lost theirs, making content accessible to everyone.
Definitely. It's not just about the cool factor. There's real potential for good here.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and cover some of the other big AI news from this week. Apple. They're making moves with their Apple Intelligence features for iPhones. AI-generated emojis, visual intelligence that can understand what's happening on your screen, that sort of thing.
Right, so it's that integration of AI into everyday devices that everyone's been talking about.
Exactly. It's just the beginning, too. As AI models get smaller and more efficient, we'll see this stuff everywhere.
Like having a supercomputer in your pocket?
Uh-huh. Yep, pretty much. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's XAI, they just launched an API for their Grok language model. So now developers can access one of the most advanced language models out there.
That's a big deal. Open access like that is crucial for innovation, for letting developers build cool new stuff.
For sure. And over at the Qualcomm Snapdragon Summit, they were showing off the latest AI chips for mobile devices. These chips are specifically designed to handle complex AI models, so we can expect to see even more powerful AI features on our phones and tablets soon.
It's all about pushing that processing power to the edge, right? Do more locally without relying on the cloud.
Exactly. Privacy, speed, reliability, all that.
It's the future, for sure. And speaking of the future, Microsoft, they dropped a bombshell this week, claiming they've unlocked autonomous agent capabilities in their Copilot Studio platform.
Autonomous agents, that's the holy grail, right?
Right.
AI that can act independently, complete complex tasks.
Right, like a whole team of AI assistants working alongside you.
Exactly. Still early days, but Microsoft seems to be making serious progress.
It's exciting, but also, a little bit unsettling.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot of power, and we need to be careful with it. Anyway, Meta, they've been busy too, releasing a segment anything model, a language model called Spirit LM that can handle both text and audio, and quantized llama models designed to run on mobile devices.
Quantized, what's that all about?
It's basically like simplifying the model so it can run on less powerful hardware. Like imagine taking a box of crayons with 100 shades of blue and reducing it down to 10.
Okay, I get it. So making these powerful AI models accessible to even more people.
Exactly. It's all about making AI more pervasive, more integrated into our lives.
It's happening fast, that's for sure. And we haven't even covered everything yet.
I know, right? There's so much more to talk about. It's amazing to see how many different areas of AI are advancing right now.
It's only going to accelerate from here.
No doubt about it. But hey, that's why we do these deep dives, right?
Yeah.
To keep you all informed and up to date on the latest and greatest in the AI world.
Exactly. It's an exciting time to be following this field. Buckle up, folks. It's only going to get wilder from here.
It's amazing to see how many different areas of AI are advancing right now. It's not just about these big flashy models, though. There are also fascinating things happening in more specialized areas, like Google DeepMind's new Synthid project.
Synthide, yeah. That's an interesting one. It's all about addressing the growing concern around AI-generated content, right?
Exactly. It's getting harder and harder to tell what's real and what's cooked up by an AI.
Right, and that's a problem, especially when you think about things like fake news, propaganda, all that.
Oh, yeah, it's a big problem.
Mm.
So DeepMind, they're basically embedding an invisible watermark within text generated by their models.
Like a digital fingerprint.
Exactly. You can verify whether content is authentic or AI generated.
Clever. It's like a behind-the-scenes safety net for the age of AI-generated content.
Right. Think about how important this could be for journalists, researchers, anyone who needs to be sure about the source of information.
Yeah, that's a good point. Of course, any new technology can be misused.
Right. That's always the risk.
So it'll be interesting to see how Synthete is implemented, how people actually use it in the real world.
Agreed. Okay, so shifting gears a bit, I was really intrigued by the release of Perplexity's new Mac app.
Perplexity, the AI search engine.
Yep. And their app, it basically gives you a keyboard shortcut to access it instantly.
So it's like AI search at your fingertips.
Exactly. It's a small change, but it really shows how AI is becoming more integrated into our workflows, you know?
Yeah, I get that. It's about making AI more intuitive, more accessible.
Totally. We're moving away from AI being this complicated thing that only experts can use.
Right, it's becoming more mainstream.
And that's exciting because it means more people can experiment with these tools, more people can be creative with AI.
Yeah, who knows what kind of cool stuff people will come up with.
It feels like we're just at the beginning of something truly transformative.
We've only scratched the surface, and the pace of change is so rapid, it's almost impossible to predict what's next.
I know, right? It's like every week there's some new breakthrough, some new mind-blowing advancement.
And that's what makes it so exciting, so fascinating to follow.
Absolutely. So in this deep dive, we've covered a lot of ground, from image and video generation to autonomous agents and everything in between.
We've seen AI that can create, AI that can understand, AI that can even act independently.
It's mind-blowing, really.
Huh.
But even with all that, it feels like we've only just begun to explore the vast potential of AI.
The possibilities are practically limitless, but with that potential comes a responsibility.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We need to make sure AI is developed and used ethically for the benefit of everyone.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about the technology, it's about the impact it has on society.
So true. And for everyone listening, we encourage you to keep exploring the world of AI. There are so many resources out there, so many ways to get involved.
Yeah, stay curious, stay engaged. Who knows, maybe you'll be the one developing the next groundbreaking AI innovation.
That's a great thought.
Hmm.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another exciting exploration of the world of AI. And it's not just about these big, flashy models. There's some really interesting stuff happening in more niche areas, too, like Google DeepMind's SynthD project.
Ah, yes, Synthete. That's tackling a pretty big concern right now, isn't it, with all this AI-generated content flying around?
Right. It's getting harder to tell what's real and what came from, an algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you know what to trust anymore? That's a huge problem, especially for things like news and, important information.
Absolutely. So DeepMind, what they're doing is embedding this invisible watermark within text generated by their AI models.
Oh, wow, I hadn't heard about that. So it's like a digital fingerprint, right? You can tell if something's authentic or if an AI wrote it.
Exactly. It's kind of like a behind-the-scenes safety net for this whole world of AI-generated content.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see how that would be super valuable for journalists, researchers, anyone who needs to be sure about their sources.
Right. It's all about maintaining trust in the age of AI.
Absolutely. Of course, gotta say, with any new technology, there's always the potential for misuse.
Yeah, that's always the risk.
So it'd be interesting to see how Synthete actually gets used out there in the wild.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so switching gears a bit, I was really intrigued by Perplexity's new Mac app.
Perplexity, the AI search engine.
That's the one. And their new app basically gives you a keyboard shortcut to access it instantly.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like AI search right at your fingertips.
Exactly. It's a small thing, but it just shows how AI is becoming more and more integrated into how we work.
Totally. It's all about making AI more intuitive, more accessible.
Right. We're moving away from AI being this super complicated thing only experts can use.
It's becoming more, I guess you could say, user-friendly.
Definitely. And that's exciting because it means more people can experiment with these tools, more people can be creative with AI, unlock new possibilities.
Yeah, exactly. It's like democratizing access to these powerful technologies.
Absolutely. It feels like we're just at the beginning of something truly transformative.
We've only scratched the surface, really. And with the speed that things are moving, it's almost impossible to predict what's next.
It's true. It's like every week there's a new breakthrough, some mind-blowing new development.
And that's what makes it so exciting to be a part of, you know? It's like we're all witnessing history in the making.
Yeah, that's a wild ride for sure. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from image generation to autonomous agents to all the stuff in between.
We've seen AI that can create, AI that can understand, AI that can even learn and adapt.
That's mind-blowing, really.
Mm-hmm.
And even with all that, it feels like we've only just begun to explore the vast potential of AI.
Right. It's like we're standing at the edge of a new frontier. Who knows what wonders we'll discover?
It's an exciting time to be alive, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Couldn't agree more. And, with all this potential comes a responsibility to make sure AI is used for good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to make sure it's developed and used ethically for the benefit of everyone.
It's a challenge, for sure, but it's one we need to face head on.
So for everyone listening, we encourage you to keep exploring this world, keep learning, keep asking questions.
Stay curious, stay engaged, because the future of AI is being shaped right now, and we all have a role to play.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for resources, futuretools.io is a great place to start. They've got curated lists of AI tools and applications, all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And hey, maybe you'll be the one to develop the next groundbreaking AI innovation.
Uh-huh. I like that. Well, that's it for this week's Deep Dive. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
It's been a pleasure exploring the world of AI with you all.
And we'll see you next time for another exciting adventure into the future of technology.